Well, welcome to the third episode of Roundabout with Dan. Today's adventure takes us to Kennedy Space Center. So let's get inside. I should mention that my original intention was to videotape the Artemis launch and talk to some people about why they're inspired by space travel and human space travel in particular. And after driving for about 4.5 hours and sitting around for a couple of hours getting ready, find out from somebody that there was a scrub. This is the second scrub they've had of the Artemis, and the problem was a hydrogen leak. So anyway, I'm going to try to make the most of it because I'm all the way down here. Might as well hang out at the Space Center. I'm sure a lot of other people have decided to do exactly the same thing. By the number of cars that were coming in, and pretty much the guy at the gate said the same thing. So anyway, let's get on with this thing and check out what there is to discover over here.
Liftoff! Roger, roll, good planet.
Okay, let's start off with Heroes and Legends, the Astronaut Hall of Fame.
Decided that that's what I wanted to do.
When I was in the 4th and the 5th grade, the Mercury astronauts were flying. Yeah, that was when my dream was really beginning to come alive.
Canaveral to turn them off and take control of the spacecraft.
Roger, we understand. Thanks, Jim.
I'm not hearing a thrusters fire. Let's go to ACS off, comms power on.
We're in a spin. It's Gina. Send command 400. Undock now. It's actually getting worse.
He's in a roll and he can't stop it.
Try the re-entry control system. It might just give us the correction we need.
Do I understand he's used all the on-skill? His brake pressure is down to 0. His off braking and pressure.
Okay, let's work on one axis at a time here.
To get this done, I'm going in. Roger that. Going low. I'm hit. Still have control. Firing. All the information.
So that was pretty cool. The only thing I would mention about that is if you are given the motion sickness, definitely a lot of spinning going on in that exhibit there. It's like one of those little small theater in the round type things. And there's a lot of spinning, air blowing on you to kind of give you that feeling like things are flying right in front of you or into you almost. So anyway, just wanted to mention that for anybody who deals with it. I'm not crazy about spinning stuff. I can handle certain types of roller coasters and stuff like that, but the spinning stuff kind of makes me a little bit dizzy. So anyway, I'm fine now, no lingering effects of it, but and it was a cool exhibit. If you don't have a problem with that, it's great. So just so you know. So this is what they call the rocket garden. Woo-wee! Starship Troopers, go sailing on by. Well, you know, one of the reasons I wanted to see Artemis today is because I'm a big Mars human exploration enthusiast. And I'm a member of the Mars Society too, which I got into way back in the late 90s. Anyway, so let's go check this thing out.
Exploration isn't just about pushing the boundaries of science and technology. No, it fulfills a deep need to understand our world and to explore the nature and meaning of human life. It's pretty awesome. So let's see what NASA's doing today to help us get there. Whoa, come back. Caught it. Almost pushed off the screen. Let's start here. 1. That'll go to 2. This goes to 3, 4. And I like this one. You're here today during one of the most exciting times in NASA's history. Since retiring the Space Shuttle program in 2011, NASA has been transferring low Earth orbit spaceflight to the private sector through a program called Commercial Resupply Services. 2 companies, Northrop Grumman and SpaceX, have been conducting resupply missions to the ISS, carrying food, supplies, scientific equipment. It keeps the station running and allows the astronauts to explore. The program is highly successful, but it's just the beginning.
Space exploration vehicle. And you know, there have been a number of rovers already on Mars, so this is the Curiosity rover over here. Those missions went pretty well. They actually spent a lot more time on Mars than anyone ever imagined. I can't remember how many days it was. They're supposed to be, you know, that they hoped they would be able to do exploration like maybe 30, 60, 90 days. It ended up being like years, maybe even like a decade. So there's a Perseverance, Curiosity, Ingenuity, and quite a few of them. And there's actually, I have a Mars at the Orbit home, where you actually, they marked the places where those 2 landed. Also, I wanted to point out this is that helicopter that they actually managed to get to fly on the planet. There's video footage of that online that you can find. And it's pretty interesting because the atmospheric pressure and different things are really different on Mars. So to get to something to fly on Mars was not just simply getting a tiny like drone type thing onto a space vehicle. It was more complicated than that. It had to specifically be able to fly on Mars in Martian conditions as opposed to Earth conditions. Martian surface, actual pictures, not, reenactments or anything like that. Taken from those rovers that we just talked about. There's lots of footage online. And here is the Lego version of the Mars Exploration Rover. Down here you can see this is the tool that would drill into the Martian soil, and then there were some spectrometers and other kind of devices that they could use to analyze different things. Up top here you've got cameras both for navigation and also for us to be able to view things on Earth, from on Earth. And then these are solar panels that would unfold after this guy was dropped lightly down onto the surface. I didn't know it was all made of Legos. And here's a full-scale model of the InSight lander. It arrived on Mars in 2018. I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm not exactly sure how it gets around. It seems like it would be stationary. I would have to look into that. It says InSight stands for Interior Exploration using Seismic Investigation, Geodesy, and Heat Transport. Originally, I thought that this was supposed to be a model of the Artemis. But it's the Space Shuttle Atlantis. Space Shuttle. This is inside the Atlantis and the controls. Here we have the Orion capsule. It's designed to carry 4 people to the moon and eventually Mars. It can handle more computations 4,000 times faster, I guess, than the Apollo spacecraft computers, which were, as we all know, ancient. But they did launch one in 2014 at Cape Canaveral. This is what would come back eventually to Earth. That's why they have heat shields and everything. This is a model of the Artemis, which is what I was hoping to see launched today, but they scrubbed it due to a leak. They're going to try again, I believe, either Monday or Tuesday. So I guess we'll have to see what happens. In the future, there will be no trees and no shade. I don't know why it is that, you know, you go to places like parts of, you know, Disney, like Future World part of Epcot, or Tomorrowland, and they don't have any trees. Everything's like cement and metal. Anyway, let's go check out the IMAX Theater, see what there is to see there.
With no atmosphere to burn up incoming asteroids, their impacts remain a silent testimony of a brutal past. Displaced Earth, called ejecta, would be tossed into the sky, most of it landing close to the point of impact.
Well, that does it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this visit to the Kennedy Space Center. Please hit the like and subscribe button. This is it for episode 3 of Roundabout with Dan. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time. Well, I'll be a roundabout.